It's the post-spiritual awakening synchronicities that act as a major validation of the spiritual connection between twin flames. And I'll explain. Look, more often than not, a twin flame will come into your life and activate your spiritual awakening journey, but that awareness doesn't kick in until years later. But as you come into that spiritual awakening, there's a number of consistent synchronicities that happen throughout your journey that go beyond words. The first one I had post-spiritual awakening, there's not a single soul that will be able to explain this to me with a logical mind. So if you've been following my story, you'll know my spiritual awakening came about after my sobriety, and the clarity that came from the mindset shift into changing my life. And it came about initially with this inner voice that kept going, watch the water, watch the water. After a couple of days, a week or so of the panic factor of that, it wore off because the voice was communicating with me with such precision, accuracy, guiding me to locations that I'd never been to before and telling me what I was going to encounter before I got there. That is essentially how I gained my trust. The voice itself didn't then return for a number of months. It came back in November and it started going 5th of February, 5th of February. And at the time I was like, oh, here we go. It's like, that's 3 months away. Why are you doing this to me now? Anyway, fast forward to the 5th of February. On that day, the voice returned and it says, look, go take the dog a walk. It's like, what? It's like, go take the dog a walk now. Is that right? Okay. So I get up. I get the harness and that on the dog. I got myself ready, and the very instant my hand connected with the door handle, my phone went, and it was my twin flame phoning me for the first time in over a year since our breakup, essentially. So try and explain that to me. Try and explain that to me with a logical mind. That inner voice that I consider the starting point of my spiritual awakening, that then returned a couple of months later, giving me the premonition for the 5th of February, 3 months in advance. When the 5th of February came, the voice returned and told me to go take the dog a walk. And the moment that my hand made contact with the door handle to leave, that's when she phoned. Now there's a number of similar synchronicities that have happened over the years that just become unexplainable.